You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome to MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman. No guest again. We're supposed to have some. The crazy cat lady is going to come back on, but unfortunately she came down with a extremely bad migraine. Another subject I spoke to said he was in Bible study and was going to call me back. Well, that was about 4 hours ago. So either he's got a lot of Jesus in his life or forgot to call me back or blew me off. So you get me, myself, and I again. So I'm going to have to go back into the old bag and pull out some old stories because I can't say unfortunately because it was actually a pretty quiet week for me past week. So I guess that's a good thing because for me anyway, and I guess the general population that come in contact with a bunch of stupid shit or stupid people. So we're just gonna have to go back and tell some old stories. First one I want to start out with, like I said, this story I was not involved with. I was told this story because from people that don't know, when a bunch of cops get around each other, that's what we do usually, is talk about our old stories, the crap we've done, seen, and everything else that happened to us. This was a guy that was a partner of mine at one time on motors. We were talking about some old stuff, and he was telling me when he used to work night shift in uniform, that he had pulled over this alleged, we'll use the word, he pulled over this guy for suspicion of being drunk for DWI. And he said like I said, believe it or not, you know, even the current environment that we're in, you know, a lot of people hating on cops and everything. I mean, we're pretty much jokesters, most of us, a lot of times, and sometimes we joke when we shouldn't joke around either. But anyway, he pulled this guy over, and from what I was told, is this guy was pretty drunk, like way past what he should have been driving. And during the process of the stop, he had decided he was gonna mess with the drunk guy. And like I said, this was a long time ago. This was before I even worked with the guy, so I don't know how many years ago, 10 years plus. And anyway, he had one of them prop hands. It was around Halloween time, I think. He had one of them fake severed hands. What he decided to do is he took this fake severed hand and he just kind of like chunked it under the car. Anyway, he got the drunk guy out, and you know, he's doing the DWI stuff on him or whatever, and he's like, dude, he's like, did you? Oh my God, did you see that? The guy's like, what? And he points to the hand underneath his car and says, well, you must have ran over somebody or something like that. Well, this guy goes beyond, from what I understand, beyond just freaking out or anything like that. That when he's saying that this guy went in a complete hysteria mode, like lost his shit, panic attack mode shit. And of course, this guy at the time, he's like, oh, fuck, this really wasn't that good of an idea that I did this motherfucker. But he said it took him about, I guess, 10, 15 minutes to calm this poor drunk bastard down and let him know that he was joking with him and he didn't run over nobody or anything like that. He said this guy was in complete hysteria. Now, I don't remember if he arrested the guy or what happened like that. Like I said, this wasn't my story, but he said this guy went to just straight up like bawling like a little girl and stuff like that, thinking he done run over somebody and the only thing left under his car was his hand and all this other shit like that. I don't know if y'all think it's funny. I thought it was pretty fucking funny. Even though I wasn't there, but I could get the visualize that in my mind, this drunk guy just freaking out thinking he done run somebody over. I guess as a bad joke. I never did. I've done some, crazy shit. I ain't never fuck with nobody like that. Like I said, the outcome of it, I'm not sure. I can't tell you. I can't even speculate. I don't remember at all. No, I did work with a guy one time. We've heard him talk. We've heard me talk about him several times. Hondo. Well, this was 10 years ago. Like I said, these are a whole bunch of my way back in the day story because I was actually prepared to have guests, and so I'm just flying off the cuff here, trying to give y'all something that's a little bit funny. Anyway, Hondo in this flavor of the week, I won't say it. They dated for a while, but anyway, this chick he was dating, they're no longer together. Anyway, they decided he bought himself he went and got himself a cat for a pet. Douglas the cat was quite comical feline companion. Well, Hondo learned real fast. I think this might have been the first cat he ever owned or whatever. Hondo found out real fast that if you decided you're in the love-making mood and you and your girlfriend or wife or whatever is in the bedroom and you have her in the doggy style position doing your thing, and this kitten decides that your ball sack looks like a dangly toy for him to start batting around with his paws. Yeah, it happened. He came work and told us about it. Douglas the cat decided to take a paw to Hondo's nutsack and I guess play speedball with him or something like that. Needless to say, that ruined the moment. I got he wasn't a full-grown cat, but them little kitten claws, I'm pretty sure, didn't feel good on Hondo's balls. Moral of that story is, if you have pets, put them out of the room before you commence to doing your thing, man or woman, or however y'all doing it. I would remove pets out of the room. Just looking for all kind of bad situations in that one. Be rest assured, Hondo's balls were fine. He did not need any medical attention or anything like that. Of course, even if that would have been me and if I wouldn't need medical attention, I don't know if I'd have went and got it because that'd be plumb embarrassing. How you gonna, explain that your cat decided to use your nutsack as a scratching post? So, this is Labor Day weekend. I hope everybody's being safe out there, enjoying y'all's adult beverages, but do it responsibly. Don't drink and drive, please. You don't want a DWI, and you sure in the hell don't want to get in a wreck and hurt a innocent family or person or something like that. So get your designated driver, or just do like I do. Just stay home and drink. It's cheaper and safer. Just need more friends to do it with. So just stay safe. Cook yourself some hamburgers or steak. Me and Bam were out and about yesterday and day before yesterday, getting, buying groceries, getting stuff like that. We're not general errands. And I don't know what it is about this weekend or just this past month. And she's not nearly as bad as me. God, it's like stupid has just taken over lately. Just all the stupid motherfucking people just everywhere. She was even ready to go. I mean, we went to 3 different stores, and it's like every store I went in, it seems like, I don't know, they were having a sale on stupid or something like that, because just every fucking body's just so goddamn stupid. And hopefully we'll be going in phase 3 shortly, because if I wouldn't have been the first person in this line, I'd have turned around and fucking walked off. We went to go to one store, I walked in, they said, "Oh, can you step back outside a second, sir?" What the fuck's going on? I had to wait for somebody to check out and leave before they let us in, because I guess they were at capacity. So, yeah, that's fucking bullshit. I'm ready for this zombie apocalypse to go on. Fucking mass shit and everything else can make me. If I'd have been farther back in line and there was nothing I was going in this store for specifically, yeah, we'd have fucking left and they wouldn't have got any money from us. Cause I'm not waiting in their fucking line to go spend money somewhere. Because inside the store, guess what? There wasn't nobody fucking social distancing. Everybody was on top of each other, just like normal. Everybody's got their fashion sense mask on. So, that's my little rant. I don't know where all the fucking stupid people came this weekend, but they're out and about. Fucking just morons. Somebody, and then while we were where we were at, we come back out. I don't know if they did it because we have some blue line stuff on Bam's Jeep or not, because somebody, I'm pretty sure it was on purpose. Like, yeah, I had bought her a 50 caliber antenna. It's on there. Somebody grabbed it and just snapped it. They didn't try to steal it because it was laying on the fucking ground. They just grabbed it and broke it fucking off. Where now I'm gonna have to either buy a whole new, not just the antenna, but the whole screwing system and all that other shit to fix this. Motherfuckers, keep your hand on your own shit. It's whoever did it, they better be fucking glad we wasn't coming out and I saw them doing it at the time, because I guarantee it'd have been a whole different outcome. Wasn't me. Bam ain't gonna let you just get away with fucking with her shit like that, especially her Jeep. But I mean, really, people, you gonna put your hands on other people's shit? Like I said, damn lucky. If I'd have caught them, there's a good chance I'd have fucking, that cops would have been called, and it's probably because I'd have been beating the fuck out of somebody. So people need to keep their hands on their own shit. I don't fuck with people's shit. You don't need to fuck with other people's shit. And if that is the reason they did it, I mean, fuck you. Because I guarantee you that's the same motherfucker that's probably calling the cops when their dirtbag ass fucking friends is either beating their ass, fucking stealing their shit, or took their drugs or whatever. I mean, fuck you. Karma's a bitch, motherfucker. People like that, karma's a bitch. Hope you walk in and catch your daddy fucking your wife. That's what I hope. Right there. That's karma. Okay? So fuck you, you piece of shit. Get that rant out of the way. Since at least the rest of the week was good. Except for that bullshit. I was thinking earlier today, during this week, I was thinking about some of my training I did when I first started doing this shit in motors like 20 years ago. I don't know why, but they don't do it anymore. But we actually got to go ride our motorcycles in advanced motor school in the ag barn at LSU, Louisiana State University agricultural barn, where they did rodeos and stuff like that. So it's that real soft, fine dirt and stuff like that. So we got to take these hard days on Road Kings and ride them like fucking dirt bikes in this dirt. And this shit was actually so thick. And it was so fucking thick that at one point I stopped. I just got off the bike, and the bike, without the kickstand down, the fucking bike would just stand up. I know it's not a funny story or nothing like that. I don't know why I was thinking about it. It was a fucking awesome time. We rode the bikes all over the LSU campus and places that you're not even allowed to never even think allow on a motorcycle to go now, inside the stadium and all that stuff like that. Not on the field, but like up and down where all the people walk and stuff like that. I mean, it was a good time. I guess I'm just getting too fucking old. Now I'm starting to reminisce on my old training days and stuff like that. So, all right, well, I'm going to take me a quick break, and then I'll be right back, all right?
Stand by.
We interrupt this program for an important announcement. Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you standing by? A very important message is coming. Are you still standing by?
We interrupt for this breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
There's a podcast that happens on Saturday night that you need to know about. All right, can I get out of serious mode? Let's go to goofy. Okay. Make sure to listen to Louisiana Saturday Night. Robert and April are your hosts, and they talk a lot about current events. And occasionally they'll have a guest and include them on the conversation. It's raw, it's blunt, and explicit. Well, if there is one thing I know, and that is I like dirty. Anyway. It's for anyone who wants to have fun and not take life so seriously. And God knows we need that these days. Robert and April on Louisiana Saturday Night. Check them out at louisianasaturdaynight.podbean.com.
Welcome back from break. Y'all go check Robert and April out, Louisiana Saturday Night Podcast. Check April and her sister out on Southern Discomforts, and Robert and his cousin out on Getting Right Downs to It podcast. So I'm gonna go way back. I don't know if I ever mentioned before, I was one of the first SWAT team members. They called it SRT. A lot of departments do that because, like I think I said before, they don't. SWAT, they say, sounds too intimidating, so they use other acronyms for it. Anyway, I was on the SRT team. I was one of the first members in this department when it started. This was in the mid-90s. Anyway, they had gotten a small budget for it. They'd gotten an old panel van, just, you know what I'm talking about, just like a Dodge or Ford van with no windows on the side. Kind of like them Chester vans, where they had it painted a dark color, and they had these wood benches just on each side built in the back of it, and they had the whole inside of it rhino lined, like doing the truck beds. They had the whole inside of it done like that. Well, I don't remember exactly. I think we were out doing warrants or something like that, or something drug related. So we all, I forget how many of us there were all together, but we were all suited up. We get to use our van. We're suited up. We get in the back of the van, we're going. I forget who was driving. They were driving. We're going down the road. All roads have curves in it. Well, most of them in Louisiana anyway. Well, whoever was the driver, they decided they went and got the van cleaned previous to us using it, and had the inmates clean it. And like I said, pretty sure they didn't do it on purpose or anything, but in their process of cleaning it, what they did was they took Armor All and they Armor Alled the whole inside back of this van where it had been rhino lined, which made it slippery as shit. It was like it was like ice, trying to walk on just a sheet of ice. So we're, you got, I don't know how many, like 10 of us all together in this van. Every fucking curve and stuff they went around, we were sliding everywhere in this thing, because there wasn't no handrails, no handles, no seat belts, no nothing in the back of this thing, just this wooden bench on each side for us to sit on, and you have no grip at all on the floor, so we're just sliding all over on top of each other. It's like fucking that Ringling Brother clowns in a little clown car or something. Got all these grown ass men just. I think we got more beat up on the ride there and back than whatever we did. 'Cause wasn't nothing major happened on these warrants, but we were all over the back of this fucking van. I do believe they said the next time they did have it done, they made sure the inmates did not armor all the inside of the van again, so we could actually not kill each other when you got a bunch of 200 plus pound men slamming up against each other in the back, going around curves and everything. But it was quite the show. If they'd had car cameras back then, that would have been a show. Like I said, we'd hit the floor, the wall, nothing to hold on to, just a free for all in the back. So don't do that. Actually, this past year, an inmate cleaned my bike for me, and me just, like I said, assumption is the mother of all fuck ups, because I assumed that he just knew better. Well, I got my bike and I'm going down the road and went to the store, got off when coming out, I happened to notice. And like I said, he had armor all the tires, the sidewalls on my motorcycle, which you don't do that. That's fucking extremely dangerous. It took me a while to we just scrubbed it off and washed it off as best I could, and then told him no, never do that again. You get somebody killed doing it. But like I said, he was just trying to make the tires look pretty, and didn't know that he could possibly cause me to go sliding down the road on my ass and back and stuff, because if I got over too far, and there goes all my grip. No more gription. I don't know if that's the word, just said it. No gription. Don't put armor all on your motorcycle tires. That's a safety tip, which that's just common sense. Hopefully, most people know. Don't armor all your motorcycle or your seat. Keep armor all off your seat on your motorcycle. Also, that'll cause your ass to slide right off that motherfucker. Also, another, when I was on an SRT team, a SWAT team, we were still training at the time. We were training for with flashbangs. Just a distractionary device. I think most people know what they are. You know, it's like you throw it out there. It's a very loud bang noise with a very, very bright flash. And what it does, it just disorientates the bad guy long enough. Hopefully we can get in there and get him without any, anybody fighting or weapons or anything, at each other. So we were training with them. We were at the training center at the time. Well, y'all have heard me talk about Coon. Well, Coon at this time happened to be the training coordinator. He was sitting in his office. Like I said, we were outside training. And these things are extremely, extremely loud if you've never experienced it in person. Well, somebody pulled the pin on the flashbang and threw it out. We were throwing it out into the range area where we shoot. Well, this person didn't throw it out far enough where the flashbang was still partially under the awning part, covered awning part of the firing range. Well, when this thing went off, the concussion of it from the explosion was enough where it totally blew out and shattered like 20 fucking fluorescent lights on this awning. Just the long fluorescent. I'm not talking about the little short ones. I'm talking very long fluorescent lights. And it just blew them out. Glass is just raining down on us, and just, well, of course, Coon comes running out, asking if we were fucking stupid and what the hell we're doing. He was pissed off. Like I said, it blew out a minimum of 20 fucking big long ass fluorescent lights, and we just kind of all stopped and looked at it. It's like, oh shit. But it's too late at this point. Done fucked up. So he got over it. He wasn't happy. But yeah, it was a fucking mess on that. Now, the in the news part today comes out of Detroit. Let me pull this up for us. Hopefully I can read it. Bear with me, because I know I just saw it on here. It was on here and my phone freaked out. Anyway, it was out in Detroit. A federal, I guess some of these protester group or whatever, decided they filed a lawsuit against the police department. And this federal judge, I can't find it. I'm just going to go from memory. So bear with me, people. This federal judge, I think her first name was Lori. I don't remember her last name. She went ahead and made a ruling against the Detroit Police Department where I think it's for the next 2 weeks or so that they are not allowed to use supposedly any force or anything against, which they're talking about batons, gas, mace, rubber bullets, shields, all the non-lethal stuff that's used against protest people when they're being unlawful. They can't. They got a court order saying they can't use that shit. So they saying it's because their thing is saying the police are just arresting all these peaceful protesters. When you're burning shit, destroying shit, hell, to me personally, if you're standing in the fucking roadway, stopping traffic, stopping somebody from going where they need to go or wanting to go or something like that, and you're stopping me from going where I want to go, at that point, to me, you're not peaceful no more. Okay, if you're not destroying my shit, you're infringing on my right to go down this road to go wherever, store, job, hospital, wherever the fuck I'm going. So to me, at that point, you're not being peaceful. You want to be peaceful, stand on the road with your sign, hoop and holler, chant, whatever the fuck you want to say. That's your right. But once you start infringing on other people's rights, now you're not being peaceful no more, especially if you burning and stealing shit. Anyway, this judge said they can't use it. So I don't know what these fucking judges and stuff like this are thinking. They use this shit, so they don't have to use deadly force. I don't know any fucking, like I said, me personally, and I've been doing this 26 years, I don't know any law enforcement person personally that gets up in the morning and puts their duty rig on with their gun and says, man, I hope I get to shoot somebody today. Made the comment earlier tonight. I was like, I've been doing this 26 years, knocking on some wood. Hopefully I can do the rest of my career out and never have to pull a trigger on somebody. Just sheer fact, I don't want to have to take somebody's life, and then I'm still gonna have to deal with that the rest of my life, knowing that I did, even justified or not. I mean, believe me, I'm pretty sure that'd be a pretty psychological fuck up. Enough fucked up shit we already got to see and deal with in our minds. We have to deal with that. But not in Detroit. Can't use the they've taken all the non-lethal stuff away from them. So, and I guess they don't want you using lethal force, of course. So, I guess just let the motherfuckers do what they want to do. 'Cause I guess that's what we're getting down to the point of. So, just let them burn and loot the fucking cities. Burn that fucking shit down. But don't come asking the government and the taxpayers to rebuild the shit afterwards. When to burn your fucking hood down, burn the fucker down. You ain't got nowhere to go grocery shopping, nowhere to buy clothes, nowhere to do this. Hey, that's on all the fucking protesters that were peaceful that burnt the shit down. Because in Detroit, you can't use a rubber bullet or gas or batons or riot shields or nothing like that against the peaceful looters. So I just think that's just a whole fucked up situation. I hope this country can get itself back on the right track. Because right now it's like a fucking runaway train that's ready to derail. Because there's just a bunch of stupid shit going on out there. that's going to be the in the news part. I mean, he had something on Fox News, a video of it and stuff like that. Go read it, check it out. I mean, get all the details. Like I said, I was trying to pull it up, and wasn't able to. And I wasn't going to have to sit here with a bunch of dead silence when I'm trying to look something up on it. I was telling Bam about this yesterday. We made a trip through a subdivision. I was cutting around some stuff, and this was an extremely large subdivision, and she made the comment how, you know, if she came here and tried to do that, she'd probably end up getting lost. Well, I did when I was working in this other certain area. There's some ginormous ass subdivisions, hundreds and hundreds of houses. I went into the subdivision. I think they had a radar or stop sign, something patrol like that. So I went in there to work it. My ass did get turned around in this fucking subdivision. I was driving around. After about 10 minutes of driving around, I started noticing I was hitting the same streets. I actually had to pull over, pull up my fucking maps on my phone to see how to get the fuck out this goddamn subdivision, because I got lost inside of a subdivision. It was so big. And everybody's like, oh, this, that, and this. It takes a long time to drive around in working areas to learn all these roads. And the more people move into areas, more subdivisions they build, the more road names you get and everything. That's almost impossible just to remember every single road. I said something the other day to the tot a couple weeks ago. He said something because I'm not from that area. I've been working for the department for about like 3 years, excuse me. Got a little later start tonight than we expected, and I'm want to try to make sure I put my episodes out every Sunday when I say I'm going to do. It's just going to be late. But they were picking on me because I don't know a lot of the places. I'll tell them a lot of times, just give me a fucking landmark. Give me a fucking store or business or something like that, and I'll find it. Well, our sergeant the week so said called something by this other name, and I'm like, I couldn't find it. Well, it's like a local name they gave this area, but it's not the actual name of it. I'm like, well, y'all just fucking me up. It's like, I need to, don't be giving me the local nickname for something that's not fucking gonna show up. So I'm trying. I hear something, I'll look it up, try to see where it's at and stuff like that. Hopefully, like I said, the weather's going to be getting cooler. Hopefully soon we'll be going into stage phase or whatever you want to call it, stage 3 or whatever. I hope to God the governor does that and moves us into the next stage or whatever. And I'm ready to get back on the motor, working on the motor way more than what we have been. From the heat and the corona has screwed everything up, especially the COVID-19 has fucked it up. Like I said, a lot of the departments I know, they ain't been working on their motorcycles. Like I said, you got to have a mask on when you go inside it everywhere. And like I said, when you're sweating your ass off and you got to put a mask on and try to go inside to cool off somewhere or whatever, you don't get very cool with a mask on your face. But you're already drenched in sweat. Hopefully I'll be able to put my leather jacket on soon. I'd rather work in the cold than the heat. So I can put more clothes on and I can take off. Everybody, I hope, staying safe. Like I said, I wish everybody a happy Labor Day. Stay safe out there. Hey, go get you peanut butter flavored whiskey and that grape cranberry. And have a good Monday if you're off. I am off. We are off. Thank goodness. So, got me a 4-day week coming up. Like I said, stay safe. Still waiting on some emails, people. Like I said, if you know anybody in law enforcement, motors, first responders, period, firemen, EMTs, correctional officers. Hey, if you want to come on, tell your stories, like I said, still waiting. Give us a shout, give us a chance. Like I said, I'll keep you anonymous or whatever, or go talk to your department, your supervisor, whatever. They got a lot of departments out there that will allow their employees to do it. I do understand the ones that don't. Just do what you got to do. But if you want to come on and tell your story, please do. If you got any comments or anything like that, just give us an email. MotorCopChronicles@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, same name. Twitter is at MotorC, and we're also on Parler at MotorCop Chronicles Podcast. Hadn't been posting many pictures lately. Hopefully I'll be posting some. We're getting a little closer on the t-shirt stuff. It'll probably be be made to order. I'm not gonna do something, just make a whole bunch of stuff and just sit on inventory or nothing like that. When we do, probably be like $20 a t-shirt or something like that. But that's getting way closer. Just remember, people, you can always smile because the Iceman could always be behind you.
I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made.